All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tackling something huge, something we all struggle with. We're going to dive into a framework that helps explain why there's this frustrating gap, right, between what you know you should do and what you actually do. Let's jump right in. I mean, we've all been there, right? You know you should hit the gym, but the couch just looks so good. You know you need to finish that project, but you find yourself endlessly scrolling online. It's not just a you problem. This is a deeply human thing. So, what's the secret? How do we finally get ourselves to do what we know is right? Okay, so here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll look at this knowing-doing gap. Then, we'll introduce the two big players fighting it out inside your head, the mind and the intellect. After that, we get practical, how to strengthen your intellect. And finally, we'll hit on a major realization, the idea of the actor and the role. It's a game changer. All right, let's dive into section 1, the knowing-doing gap. Before we can fix this internal tug of war, we've got to really understand what's happening under the hood.
Yeah, this quote really nails it, doesn't it? Our mind goes where we find pleasure. It leaves behind the things that cause pain. It's so simple, but so true. Our brain is basically wired like a heat-seeking missile for pleasure and avoids pain at all costs. And that one simple fact, well, that's the source of so many of our struggles.
And this pleasure-seeking force has a name. In the source material, it's called man, or as we'll call it, the mind. This is that impulsive, in-the-moment part of you. But here's the question. If the mind is the culprit here, who's supposed to be the hero? Who's in charge? And that question leads us right into our second section, which is really the heart of this whole idea. We're about to meet the two main characters in the drama playing out inside your head every single day.
Okay, so first up is the mind, or man. You can think of this as your inner toddler, really. It's pure impulse. It doesn't think about tomorrow, it only thinks about right now. It's the voice screaming, "I want that donut," or, "Ugh, just one more episode." It runs on feelings, cravings, and old habits.
And its counterpart? That's the intellect, or booty. If the mind is the toddler, the intellect is the wise adult in the room. This is the part of you that can see the bigger picture. It's the voice that quietly asks, yeah, but is this actually good for me in the long run? It's where your values, your goals, your wisdom, all of that lives. So you see the conflict, right? It's a constant tug of war. The mind wants short-term pleasure. The intellect wants long-term well-being. The mind is all impulse. The intellect is logic and wisdom. It's the difference between, I want it now, and, wait, is this the right thing for me? One is easily distracted, the other is focused on the goal. This battle is happening inside us all the time. So, that leads to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? Which one is actually more powerful? I mean, it sure feels like the mind wins a lot, right? It feels like our impulses just take over. But is that the whole story? Well, check out this analogy from the source material. It's absolutely brilliant. It says, consider your mother and your girlfriend. Now, stay with me here. At the level of the mind, the purely physical, impulsive level, they're both just people. But your intellect provides just one single piece of information. This is my mother. And boom, instantly, that one thought from the intellect completely changes, completely overrides every single impulse and feeling from the mind. This is incredible proof that the intellect is, without a doubt, infinitely more powerful. It doesn't just nudge the mind, it can completely shut it down. Okay, so we've established the intellect is the powerhouse. The question is, how do we get it to the gym? How do we strengthen it so it wins more of those daily battles? That's what this next section is all about, putting this knowledge into practice. I love this metaphor. Listening to advice, like you're doing right now, is like trying to draw a line on water. Poof, it's gone. It doesn't stick. Real change, lasting change, only comes when you do the work, when you practice. That's like carving that line into the stones at the bottom of the river. It's permanent. And the good news is there's a pretty clear 3-step recipe for this. Step 1, you got to feed your intellect. Read good books. Listen to wise people. Give it ammunition. Step 2, and this is key, make minor changes.
Don't try to change everything overnight. Just small, consistent wins. And step 3, you have to learn to find the joy in the right action, not just the easy one.
And this is where the real magic happens. Think about it. When you indulge a bad habit, sure, you get a little hit of pleasure. But what comes after? Usually emptiness, maybe some regret. But when you overcome a weakness, when you do the hard thing, yeah, it's tough in the moment. But the reward on the other side, that feeling of immense confidence, of lasting joy, that's 100 times better. That feeling itself becomes the motivation. All right, this leads us to our final section. And this is the big one. This is where we go from just managing our behavior to a truly profound shift in perspective. A strong intellect can unlock something that leads to real, lasting inner peace. So here's the big idea. Think of your life as a play on a stage. You play all these different parts, right? You might be a student, a parent, a friend, an employee, but you are not the character. You are the actor playing the character. And this is so important. The drama, the pain, the joy of the story, that all belongs to the character, not to the actor. And that one distinction changes everything. Look, when you forget you're an actor, you're trapped. The character's pain is your pain. You feel like a victim of the script. But when you know you're the actor, you can observe the character's pain without getting swept away by it. You have control. You're no longer a victim of the script. You're just playing your part, and you can choose to play it better. So what's the payoff for all this work? It's huge. It's true control over your life. It's an inner confidence that isn't shaken by what happens on the outside. It's the power to act with purpose instead of just reacting emotionally to everything. Ultimately, it's a deep, unshakable sense of inner peace. That's the real prize. So what is this actor really? It's the one thing inside you that never changes. It's that silent, steady awareness that's always there. Underneath all the noise of your thoughts, your feelings, your life's drama, it's the real you, the witness to the whole show. So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. In the big stage play of your own life, have you forgotten who's really in charge? Are you the actor, calmly playing your part? Or have you gotten completely lost in the role?